fresh out the.
Like ice cream, my shanty playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. On my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me.
Say, boy, what you want? Give that, give that, give that, give that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay.
Yes, them a look good in my tight little dress. Suck it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure eight when we wind up my waist. Bumper and boom, we no need either wait. If you get it to the top of the plate. You wanna run it up, turn it up all night. If the lights went down, get your kicks up, baby. You wanna drop it down, pick it up, turn around, lift it up.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Giants' electric quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Giants and the Browns, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. And thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Buckle up, partner. I think this is going to be an aerial show. Both of these teams giving us the hint that the ball's going to be in the air a lot in this one.
Oh, no question. I think both teams were very clear in our weekly meetings that that was going to be the plan. And what we see right now in today's modern football, Mike, is the direct correlation between explosive plays, in this case, two teams that rely on those explosives coming in the passing game, and the direct ability. Points. At the end of the day, this is who can score the most points. And if you want to score points today, it's going to become by throwing the ball deep, downfield, as often as you can.
He'll start at the 2. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Browns led out by their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. The stardom early in Houston, now his 3rd season with the Browns, 8th season in the league, as Watson tries to get this Browns team going in this one.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, this team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
Here's 2nd and 9.
This is it.
They'll run it with Gus Edwards. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to take this one all the way. 76 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. Led out by their rookie quarterback out of Ole Miss.
Now, Mike, at this level here in the NFL, you just rarely see the type of performance where one player on the field just stands out that much against his peers. But that's exactly what we saw out of this quarterback a week ago. I mean, throwing for all those touchdowns, that's one thing. But the fact that he was able to protect the ball in the process is what really was impressive to me. I mean, it's not like he was just out there in the backyard chucking the ball all over the place. I mean, he was methodical, cerebral, lethal with his approach. Truthfully, I have no idea how you follow up a performance like that, but I'm certainly excited to see what he has in store. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
That is brought in. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is caught at the 3. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A 1st down there on a gain of 12. Throwing now from the gun. This one caught just past the pylon. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Giants come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive 1st and 10.
24! Reset!
A play fake. Now Watson to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack.
Brian Burns with the sack, and that's exactly the type of play the Giants envisioned when they traded for him from Carolina back in March. Only 8 sacks a season ago, and the question was that production indicative of him as a player or more of his surroundings? But either way, he's picked up right where he left off, and
he works free, right side. And he is gone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Now, Folk on for the extra point.
Hey, bring it. Check.
He's got it. And the Browns will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. And he's had an early impact on this game. Sensational start. And you know they're going to be looking his way more as this game goes on. From the 35, it's first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That is hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20. First and 10 at the 18. Now a give on the ground. And the Giants are going to have themselves a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Here's a run. And this one blown up. Good serve will drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line. Task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. Back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. Now on the return, he has lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Back to throw is Watson. In trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Here's Watson now on second down. That's to the former Bronco. It's Jerry Jeudy. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play. Shotgun snap to Watson. That's caught. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of the Giants has it. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
The Giants offense and receiver Malik Neighbors set to take over once more. And before this drive starts, let's take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player. First and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, and that one is intercepted by Stephon Gilmore. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's Watson. He's got it inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Giants offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Handoff as they try to run it here. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. Let's go. He'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants will even the score. It's now 21 all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Browns offense ready to get back at it. Our next drive getting ready to start, and we'll let you know what's coming up here later tonight. It is a good one. The Chiefs and Falcons in Atlanta. Second primetime appearance for the Falcons in the last 2 weeks. Then on Monday, a doubleheader comes your way. It's the Jags and the Bills in Orchard Park. Note the start time, 7:30 Eastern, followed by the Commanders and Bengals. That kicks off at the usual 8:15 starting time.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They run once more with Edwards. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Third down and 9. Out of the gun, Watson.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Giants offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe? Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, New York. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll run to begin this drive. It's Edwards. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. It is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson. Running free is Clark. He's got it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw is Watson. That's over the middle and caught by Judy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now first down throw for Watson. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down. To the air again. Watson. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown Browns. Folk's extra point is good. And the Browns have come back to level things. It's 28 all. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Open man is Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here is Graham Gano to try the field goal. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Giants get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This will be returned from the 6. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Giants are out on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where it was the Eagles who were able to swoop in and get the road victory. Jalen Hurts leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Alec Pierce, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The new acquisition for 2024, Josh Jacobs, a touchdown run. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Play action. He'll set up to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They'll look to pick up the pace. They do indeed snap as they'll try and throw. And try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Hicks. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again. A tackling plan for the defense, Mike, is critical when you're facing a back like this. You know that one guy is not going to be enough to bring him down. You have to get as many hats to the ball as you can, slow him up just enough to buy time, and in this case, they get him down for a loss.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Got his man at the 6. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. They'll run here with Edwards. Oh, making guys miss. And he's in. Gus Edwards. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
The visitors' offense and the wideout. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Pass pulled in by Tracy. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
He'll drop to throw. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the 1st down. Back to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll push forward here down to about the 27. Greg dealt it up to make the play. 2nd and 7. Now the rookie out of Purdue, Tyrone Tracy. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop. 3rd and 5. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. It's a pickup of 12. That's good for a Giants first down. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, New York. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Browns offense and Gus Edwards heading back on the field for the next drive. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Watson to throw. Left side, he's got the Njoku.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on...
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now again, up the middle. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Now Watson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
2nd and a yard. The man in motion here is Chark. Running straight ahead with Edwards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Shotgun snap to Watson. This throw left is complete with Judy.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to...
He's in. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Browns. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. Both now for the extra point. It's up and through. And The Browns have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. That's to Robinson. He's got it. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. And Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down. He'll look to throw. This one is caught by Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. The numbers there tell the story. That last completion moves him over 400 yards passing for the game. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And is caught. It's Robinson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll run here. He's to the 10. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. And I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. We'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. They'll run. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
And that is no good. He missed it. That could have significant consequences. They're unable to stretch the lead out to a field goal. They're up only 2. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 2. And will start this drive with 1st and 10.
Reset.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On 1st down, it's Watson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Here's second down.
Alert, alert. Set.
A play fake. Now Watson to throw. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And now a timeout. We are under 10 seconds to go. From here, it's a long field goal. What are they going to do? Now a timeout. Giants. That is their second. Here's first and 10.
Hey, 31. Reset.
He'll keep it on the ground. And he will work his way down inside the 30. A pickup of 6. So now the veteran, Nick Folk, with an important kick. This to win the game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
Set to go now on first and 10.
Let's go. Dragon 60.
Here we go. One final play. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And this is going to be a touchdown. What a finish. They win it on the final play.
And you can see by the look on the defense's face, Mike, they kind of share in all of our disbelief. They know they needed one stop, one tackle, and they win the game. But instead, the play call works to perfection. He looks it in, takes it in, touchdown.
So a road win here for the Giants. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.